in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Please welcome.
Welcome to the gayest podcast ever.
Hello and welcome to the gayest podcast ever. I'm Josh and I'm here with
Eric
and CJ.
Hello boys, how are you doing today?
Hi, feeling spooky.
Oh, God. Be careful or she's going to put a spell on you.
Ooh, good, because now she's mine.
Right. I have officially transitioned
Oh my
into red wine now.
Yeah, no, I officially started drinking red wine about 2 weeks ago. I mean, tonight I'm doing vodka because it's been a Tuesday.
It's been a day.
Yes, no. Pinot Noir, red blends, Cab Sauv. Welcome back to the mix.
Absolutely. I've been craving some sangria lately. I don't know. Just whatever.
Yeah, no, love sangria. But yeah, so isn't it funny how like white wine, like it's just like a summer thing and then first day of fall.
I think red wine is more for you're chilling at home. Like if I'm going out, like I can drink red or white wine before I go out, but I cannot drink red wine and then like, yeah, let's go do that.
No. Red is a chill at home or snuggled up by a fire wine.
Yeah.
You should tell your friend.
No, it's okay. But yeah, so it's officially fall. It's officially, the leaves are changing. There's a cool, crisp air out there. And so we thought that this little episode, we'd focus on everything, as CJ said, spooky, which is wonderful and awesome. So I thought we'd kind of kick it off with talking about some of our childhood memories. Let's dig deep. Let's uncork that bottle of red wine and get who was CJ as a small child running around.
Well, Halloween is always been my favorite time of year. No matter if as a kid, I love it now. Damn you, COVID! You're taking away my holiday. It's mine. We can't do all the fun stuff that we want to, but
I know you're always like, what are we doing on Halloween? We're like, it always sucks and it's raining, so we're not doing anything.
Yeah, this was like one of the first questions I asked when I moved here. I was like, so what's everyone do for Halloween?
This year's going to be a perfect weather for Halloween because it's a COVID Halloween. So anything that was supposed to be terrible is going to be wonderful.
It's fall back that night, and Michigan and Michigan State are playing that day. So
and it's Saturday.
It'll probably be beautiful.
Yeah. Jeez.
And yeah, it's a full moon too. So all you virgins out there, don't light the black flame.
Don't light it.
Yeah, you forgot to mention that we've entered the last quarter of 2020.
Right.
Season finale, babe.
The final. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're all virgins, so we should not even go near candles on Halloween.
I did see the funniest meme, and it was like all these little kids with face makeup on and like the plastic little masks we used to wear when they were. They're like, kids today will never know the pain of going trick-or-treating in 20 below weather for a box of raisins and you can't feel your face.
And you also couldn't see out those too. And like they expected kids to look both ways before they cross the street. I couldn't see 2 feet in front of me, nonetheless cars coming by and trying to cross through my neighborhood.
Oh, usually I had to wear like a rain poncho over my costume, so there was no point.
Every Midwest mom bought their kids' costume like 2 sizes too big because you had to get it over their winter coat before you went trick-or-treating. It's terrible.
So true.
But so I thought we would first talk about one of your favorite, like when you think back to when you were a little kid, it's 1990 or whatever, and you're prancing around Wayne County, Eric, what was like your favorite Halloween costume?
I always liked being a vampire. I thought that was a cool costume. I don't know. I just like the fake blood and the teeth. Yep.
One of mine was also a vampire. My mom is also very big in the costumes, making things. And so I think that's where I get it. But my mom dressed up as a witch once. Didn't just dress in black. Like she made like an actual like robe and everything. And then I was a little vampire, and there's a picture somewhere, and I would love to have a copy. It's me and my mom, like standing on our front porch. She's got a broom in her hand, and I've got the little fake teeth, and she's drawn the widow's peak on my forehead. I love it. Like, that's probably one of my best memories, and I would love to have that photo.
And all of your moms, I feel like my mom did the widow's peak too for me when I was like a little vampire.
Yep.
I remember one year my mom had bought this werewolf stuff, and it was like this braid of hair, and you had to put this glue on your face, and then you put this fake hair all over your face. It was glued to your face.
Nice.
And I was this werewolf, and it was fucking freaky. And I wore like one of my dad's like flannels, and it was pretty cool. I remember that, and that was
gosh, you could totally rock that costume as an adult right now. No,
right, yeah.
I've got some hair. I've got some hair extensions if you want to glue them to your face. Like, come on.
I got hair growing everywhere but the top of my head.
But I mean, the costumes when we were kids were like, we had a ghost, a bank robber, a cop, a fireman, a vampire. Like it was
cowboy. I was a cowboy.
Like the cowboy. Now kids have 40 million options. Like my niece and nephew will tell me what they're going to be, and I'm like, what?
Costumes are a lot more elaborate now. Like, okay, going back to like those stupid plastic masks and the plastic like outfits that tied in back and they mostly ripped. Like you could even make it home by the end of the night without a big rip down the leg or whatever. Kids today have like bodysuits with muscles built into them and that's full masks.
We went to like a little Halloween thing over the weekend, and the kids, I was like, what are you being for Halloween? It's my favorite thing to ask kids. And they said, I was like, I don't know what that is. Like, I was like, when did that happen?
One of my favorite episodes of Sex and I think it's the movie actually, when Miranda and Carrie are like shopping for Halloween costumes, and she's like, Miranda goes, witch or sexy kitten? That's all they have for adult women. Witch or sexy kitten? She's like, oh, you said a mouthful there.
Yep.
So while we're on the topic of Halloween costumes, was there ever a costume that you absolutely hated that you felt like you were forced into by your parent? Because I can think of one for me. While you guys think, mine was one year I was this bunny rabbit, and I did not want to. And my mom,
you're like Chandler from Friends.
Yeah, my mom put this red lipstick on my lips. And the whole night I talked like this because I didn't like the taste of the lipstick. And I just held my lips like this the whole time. And I knew right then and then I would never wear makeup.
I did go through this phase where, my face was painted a lot. I don't ever think I had a costume like I didn't like, though. Like maybe one that was like half-assed that I threw together. But
like the crayon.
Yeah. I can't even.
Only because I've heard so much about the crayon.
My God, don't even get him started on the crayon again.
I hate that fucking crayon.
I told him that I got this pumpkin t-shirt. I go, CJ, I got my new Halloween costume. And he was like, that Busy Phillips, where she's like, no.
I think I was a vampire a lot as a kid. Maybe I can't think of any of the other ones. I was probably like a.
Still want to be a vampire, like in real life. Right. Like I want to stay this age and go out at night, hang out with Northman.
Ninja Turtle. I was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, which I loved that. But yeah, we made our costumes a lot. But I think I was a clown once. That's probably the worst one. Like, no one wants to be a fucking clown.
Oh, I went as the Blue Man Group one time, and that was awful.
Ooh. No.
We had to get, like, blue bald caps and paint our whole neck and face, and I was, like, wasted at the end of the night, and all my sheets got ruined and everything because I just slept.
Oh, you're talking as an adult. I was like, as a kid? Ooh.
I think I was around 20. Like,
yeah, no, those college group costumes.
Yeah.
One time, me and all of my boy cousins, we were all going to be Power Rangers, and my mom also was really good at making costumes, and so she made us all homemade Power Ranger costumes, and it was amazing. And like 2 weeks before Halloween, I was playing in the yard with some friends, and I got tripped during a game of tag, and I broke my arm, and my arm wouldn't fit through my black Power Ranger costume, so all of my cousins were Power Rangers. And I think I had to be like Dracula because the cape would go over my arm cast. And I'm still kind of bitter about it. So
That's
But
funny.
I was supposed to be Zach, the Black Power Ranger, Mastodon.
Yeah, Mastodon.
It was supposed to.
Oh my God, Josh, that's awful.
It was probably one of the worst Halloweens ever. And then they found like a backup cousin that took my
Backup
costume.
cousin.
So one that wasn't originally included in the group.
They brought in the understudy.
Yeah. Come on in.
100%. It's like out with the old broken one, bring in the new younger one. I was
They
like,
were like, let's get a photo of all the kids. Josh, you take it. You take it.
You take
that's
the photo.
what it felt like. That's what it felt like. I was like, you know what? I'm keeping all the Reese's. I'm keeping all the M&Ms. Like, fuck
Oh
you
my
all.
God.
No, it was really bad. But so traumatized from that. But so like adult costumes. Let's talk because Eric, you touched on that a little bit with the Blue Man group. I feel like you do a lot of group costumes, Eric.
My Wizard of Oz group costume, it was amazing. Everybody looked phenomenal. We had like all the characters represented. It was really good. I like group costumes when you can get enough people involved. It's less empty that way.
Yeah, it's hard to get people involved. So, like, kudos to you.
I know. I've been trying to get you and Josh to do a group costume since last year, and you guys, neither one will commit.
Well, neither of us are Michelle, so.
I'm Beyonce. I'm going solo. I'm not part of the group anymore. Know your role in the group. I remember in college one year, and this wasn't even me. It was so we all like went like crazy with costumes. Like I think it's my junior or senior year. We had a huge Halloween party, and it was the year that Superman That Ho. Do you guys remember Superman That Ho?
Yeah.
It was that terrible song, and everyone did that jump.
Who's that
thing.
Soldier Boy?
Soldier Boy, that was it. Thank you. And everyone in the entire apartment started dancing to it and doing it at the exact same time. And my apartment floor went woo, and it started to bow. And I literally was like kicking people out of my apartment. I was like, we got too many people, and we were on the top floor.
Oh my God!
I was kicking people out. I was like, little Bo Peep, you gotta go. Slutty kitten, you gotta go. And I would look at my roommate Steve. I was like, do you know Cleopatra? And he's like, no. I go, Cleopatra, you gotta go. Like we were.
What do you show him, Joe? I can't say. Oh, is that the Ninja Turtle?
Turtles.
Oh, cool.
Oh, Chad was a Ninja Turtle. Once upon a
Be
time.
sure to share that. We'll post it on the
My
social
cousin and
media.
my cousin and his friends all did like the Mario Kart. They all made like little cards out of
That's
cardboard
fun.
boxes. Chad wanted to do it this year, yeah. And
That's
it was
With like the
fun.
balloons, like
It
the
was
balloons
super
behind
cool,
you.
yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that. I feel so
Your
stupid
costumes are
every
easy.
year.
You're just like, I want that role.
Yeah.
But you have to like. I feel like every year we say like we got to do one and we got to plan it in advance, and all of a sudden it's like 2 weeks before Halloween, and we're all like, shit.
Should have went
Yeah.
as the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
We all want to be the same person, I think.
Not in the Golden Girls.
Oh, okay. Who are you?
Who would you be in the Golden Girls? Well, you're Blanche, so no. Never mind.
I would be fine with Blanche. No, I think I'm more of a Dorothy, maybe. No.
I want to be Dorothy, but I think I'm a Betty White. I think I'm
I think
Rose.
you're a
I think
Betty
I'm
White.
Rose.
Yeah.
You know.
I think I'm more the Dorothy, and then Chad would be Sophia.
Oh, little Chad. I in college, probably one of my best costumes. I mean, at least it got me into a bar when I was 20, or maybe I was even 19. Britney Spears had just came and did her video for "Slave for You."
Don't.
Oh,
And
with the snake.
I did drag, dressed up as Britney in the video, not like what she performed on the MTV.
Oh, okay.
And-
I was like, did you have a yellow python? Like,
No. So I had like the little cut off white shirt with the
With
glitter and the jeans.
which is the low rise.
And that was like the really oily, like dirty looking hair. So I did that, and I used a friend's military ID, got right into the bar. And
You know
so
what? I think you just gave me my costume idea. I'm just going to go as President Britney and put on some booty shorts and a white tank top and some bad extensions and just twirl.
it just spin all night.
All I'm
Spin.
going to do all night long.
No
I'm
one
gonna
would
burn down your
recognize you
house with a
because
candle.
everyone knows that she's wearing the same peasant crop top.
Right.
that she-
She
you guys
loves
see
those
her-
peasant ups.
Did you see her most recent video talking about
No,
that
I
this
had to.
summer?
I think I unfollowed her. I can't do it anymore. I can't.
Go
What
look
are
at her
you
video
doing?
about about the end of summer and how her summer was. I have lots of questions.
Did she burn down another house?
No, she didn't talk about that. Was not a highlight of her summer, burning down her gym. But
it was the highlight of my summer, so I don't know.
We made a whole podcast about it.
Oh, we're gonna have to do a follow-up one later, guys. I don't know what's gonna happen with Brittany, but thoughts and prayers. But back to Halloween. But yeah, so that's fun talking about little costumes. I think we should take a little break, refill our drinks, and we come back. We'll tackle another little bit of spooky Halloween. You boys ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Boo, yeah.
We'll be right back.
I love the way that you talk.
And we're back. We refilled our drinks, got a little bit more red wine, got a little bit more Tito's. And I thought next we would kind of talk about, we were just talking about going trick-or-treating when you got too old. So when was the last time do you think you went trick-or-treating?
I was a freshman in high school, and I just remember thinking, like,
really?
I should not be out trick-or-treating.
Yeah, that is old, girl.
I think I was like 13 or 14. Maybe I was 15.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Think I could have probably been in 5th or 6th grade. So one of my favorite teachers, she was my band director, she had little girls, and so she started having some of her students come and like pass out candy at her house while she took her kids trick-or-treating, because her street was like the best street to go.
I was like, is this the start of the
Mary
horror
Kay
movie?
Letourneau?
So like it would be like me and my friends, my cousin Dana and my friend Tony and Susan, and we would just hang out at her house and like pass out candy. And there was one year I did take a costume because we ran out of candy, and I put my costume on and went up and down the street, got more candy, and then passed it out at her house.
CJ, I'm going to hold up a doll. Showed us where she touched you.
She was our band director. If you were ever in band, you knew that like you hung out with
And you were in band? Oh, of course. That's why.
We know what happened.
He was
at
a
band
preacher.
camp.
No.
She's like, can I blow on your instrument? No, that's not okay. Not okay.
My God. There was
When we play that skin flute.
She's actually dead now, guys. So.
Oh, okay. Don't try to make us feel bad.
She's gonna haunt you all.
Karma's a bitch.
No, I mean, did you strictly go in your neighborhood, or like did you move around? Like, did you travel to there? Like, because I know if we went to cities like Novi or like Northville, like they gave us the full size candy bar.
Well, I lived
that way.
I lived with farmland, so that would have taken me days to get to all the neighbors. So we would go to like downtown in my county and then just kind of go up and down the streets there where my grandparents lived. So it was easy. We always stop at their house at the end of the night.
Yeah, I go like trick-or-treating with cousins ever so often in like their neighborhood, or we do our neighborhood. Once,
I heard the Power Rangers. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. By our powers combined. No, that's something else.
No, it's Captain Planet.
There it is. Don't they make a Megazord or something? Don't they combine their powers to make a giant robot?
Yeah, they call upon their dinosaurs.
There it is.
They're called Zords, okay? My Lord.
Right.
CJ was the Pink Ranger. He was Kimberly.
You were trick-or-treating till you were in high school, but you sure didn't watch TV.
I liked the social aspect of trick-or-treating.
I'm like, ooh, candy. And then, like, I think we took, like, drinks when we were freshmen. We thought we were cool, and we, like, snuck something into our little cups that we were walking around with, and it just wasn't as fun as we thought it was going to be.
Right.
Some of those parents gave you that look, like, aren't you a little old?
Yeah. Oh, the judgment.
Yeah.
The judgment.
My parents did start just hosting a Halloween party for like all of my cousins. It wouldn't be on like trick or treat night. It would be sometime around there. So I would do that, and then like all my little cousins would come. I remember there was one year that my parents had a table, like a dining room table that you could put the leaf in the middle. So they pulled it apart and put a tablecloth. And there was this big dome, and my dad had his head up in through the thing, and my mom would be like, "Do you want a snack?" And my dad would be
like Roseanne. That's from an episode of Roseanne.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I thought I was going to say Home Improvement, but it might have been Rose. It was one of those
sitcoms too.
That's one of my favorite things to do on Halloween. Like if I'm staying home and passing out candy, which we don't really get many trick-or-treaters over here. I feel like the whole art of it has died. But now all of a sudden when you get all this candy and then you go home, like...
Yeah, what happens when you go home with all the candy?
You have to wait until, like, remember your parents would have to go through it and stuff, and then you're like, well, what the F? Like, I want to eat my candy now.
So I don't know if my parents are bad or not, but my parents never went through my candy.
Well,
like looking for razor blades and stuff.
Yeah, well, you grew up in the farmland.
Yeah, we lived in the country. We kept our doors unlocked when we left.
Every single person in your town, it was like Stars Hollow. Like,
right. Like I knew where every piece of candy came from. Like.
Well, and so like the thing my parents wouldn't like look through the candy, but it was, second you got home, you got showered, you got cleaned up. It was like the whole like divide the candy and let's figure out what our loot was consisted of. And this kind of brings me to the next point is like what, like, of course, because I'm OCD and a little bit anal, I would like first I had to sort all my candy by like type. So like all of the Reese's, all of the Twix, all of that. And then I would separate them into fruit and and then chocolate and all this and that. And then I would barter with my sister.
I would have stole your Halloween candy as a kid.
Like, please. Yeah. It was hidden in multiple areas throughout the house.
No, I mean just when you were walking on the street.
No. I only child, didn't have to split it, barter, anything. Took it right into my room. Threw it down and just would grab handfuls and eat it.
See, I think this is why I don't really care for candy part of it too. Like I had 3 older brothers, so that like any Halloween candy I got, like they would just pretty much eat. Like I would take like the Snickers and the Reese's, and that was about it.
That sounds terrible. Oh, Tiffany, God bless if you're listening to this. But oh no, I would trick her. I'd be like, yeah, no, you want this piece of candy? I'm going to need 2 or 3 of yours. And she'd do it. She just wanted to be, I'd be like, I'll be your friend. And
one of my favorite things of all time is it Jimmy Kimmel? Or Jimmy Kimmel, where the parents tell the kids that they gave their Halloween candy or they ate it. It's one of my favorite things.
That better happen this year. That's the highlight of my year.
You know what?
So good.
It is 2020. I feel like at this point, if a grown-ass adult comes up to my door and asks for a piece of candy, I'm going to give it to him. Like, COVID, here you go, 2020. Shit, it's been a rough year.
A lot of people are doing like the PV or the pipe down the railing.
Yeah,
like
the little
the Snickers bar down and it goes into your bag or bucket.
I saw that on social media, but do you think people are actually doing that?
I don't know. The people at the pipe place are just like, listen, we're going to need some extra staff. This is our time.
Yeah, well, I don't have the railing.
Eric would know about the pipe fitters and layers and what they're doing, where they're putting the pipes.
Sure would. Sure would.
Okay, so this is a great question then. What is your favorite Halloween candy?
Oh, Reese cups.
Reese's
100%.
1,000%.
Really?
But that's also my favorite candy.
See, now, but like a lot of people are a fan of like the Reese pumpkin things. My favorite is like Christmas tree or the egg. I don't really care for the Reese.
I like the pumpkin. Man. I think we talked about this last year. I love the pumpkin.
Yeah, and I feel like they've gotten smaller because we had both the pumpkin and the bat, and I had them side by side, and it's just
the bat
chocolate.
You have the bat?
The bat.
There's a Reese's bat?
Yeah.
That must have just been an East Side thing.
I'm pretty sure it was just a national thing.
I've never had a bat ever. A Reese's bat.
I don't think I've ever had the bat. I've always had the pumpkin.
Yeah, I'm going to need a fact check on that. That might just be a township thing.
Bitch, I live in Wayne County. I live by Detroit now. Like,
did your mom make it for you? Did she like stamp it?
I just had it this weekend. It was
Aunt Elsie made that for him special, like on a tray. Like, here, Joshy.
Here's a bat.
She gave it to him that year he wasn't the Power Ranger.
Please, Tina would not. I was the third. I was the last one. It was kind of like, raise yourself, Josh. Like,
my God.
You want to go trick-or-treating by yourself?
Younger than your sisters. I had like 3 older brothers, so yeah, what? Nothing.
So
I was like, here's Brian's hand-me-down mummy suit.
Oh my God. So Reese's was that's my favorite candy of all times. But I think for Halloween, though, I really liked going trick-or-treating and getting the little gumdrop things that came. Dots, were they called dots? What were those?
Oh.
Sick.
They're like little gummies.
Yeah,
no one else
I know what they
likes
are.
those. Those are my favorite.
I know what they are. I'm still making this face.
Except I would be so pissed if I opened the box and it was like all green. I'd be like, no, I wanted the red, the orange ones.
Josh, I bet you she likes candy corn.
I hate candy corn. I absolutely hate candy corn.
It upsets me that it's Michigan's favorite candy. I'm like, who are you polling?
Every year.
I want to know what data you're using. I want fact checks, fake news. Do you guys like, and my favorite thing too is like, and you can go to this, like almost any house with kids, there's this bowl of like the worst candy of all time just sitting on like their counter. That's just like the leftover candy that no one wants to eat. That's just been like left there. Like, I feel like ours is always full of, like, oh gosh, were those little, were they like Werther's, or there was a little,
Are you
like,
talking about the butterscotch, like caramel candies?
some type of butterscotch.
Oh, those are delicious. You are mistaken.
I love those.
Those are
Those would
delicious.
be, I'm trying to think what else. What would be in your like bowl of no one wants this candy? I feel like suckers.
Yeah, like I hate the Tootsie Pop things.
Almond Joys. Milky
Almond
Ways.
Joys, no, I don't
Milky
like
Ways.
Oh my
are
god,
disgusting.
almond joy's literally on my list of top 3 candies.
Ew, I hate almond joys.
I love coconut though.
Again,
Yeah,
we've
that's
talked
it.
about it before. I like nuts by themselves. I don't like nuts in my food.
Did you
I
like
don't wanna
whatchamacallit?
eat I hate whatchamacallit. I hate
whatchamacallit.
those
What's whatchamacallit?
It's exactly.
Yeah, I hate
what
those milk
it's
duds.
everything that they couldn't do anything with and made it a candy.
Oh, I feel like Milk Duds every single year. I'm like, oh, I'll try a Milk Dud. Maybe this year I'll like it. And then it gets wedged into your teeth.
You start to chew it, it's like chocolate, but it's got that crunchy, and I'm like, no, I don't like this. This is gross. And I feel like I always get those. Twix were my faves too.
Oh, I like Twix.
Kit Kats are,
I love Kit Kats.
Love a Kit Kat.
Sign me
like
up
the
for that.
piece of that.
Butterfinger. Heard they changed the recipe to a Butterfinger, so I'm gonna have to give one a try.
Butterfingers always get stuck to the roof of my mouth.
Yeah. Three Musketeers, love those.
Ew, gross, nasty.
You don't like a
What
nougat?
is that? What is
It's a-
nougat?
It's a nougat.
What is it? A nougat? Like,
I don't like
it's
it.
like it's just a way of, it's like a marshmallow puff, and you just do it.
Ew, marshmallow. That's why I don't like it.
yeah, I don't like marshmallow either.
What would
just
you do for a
fold the
Klondike
cheese.
bar? Nothing. I would do nothing for a Klondike bar.
Oh, I like
A Klondike
It's just
bar
a
is
peppermint
ice cream,
patty.
isn't it?
No, those York peppermint patty things.
I love
That's not a
peppermint
Klondike. A
patties.
Klondike bar is an ice cream thing.
Whatever. I don't like
I
either
like
of them.
ice cream. Yeah. Okay, I love licorice. Licorice?
Ooh.
Licorice or like the vine rope?
No,
Like Twizzlers?
Oh no,
I love Twizzlers.
I like the rope. I don't like Twizzlers.
That's the same.
No, it's not. It's like the rope is like
Red
Wayne
Vines?
Garth when he pulls it out in the Mirth Mobile or whatever.
You're talking about Red Vines?
Yeah, where it's all
That's-
just there's
Red
no
Vines
like
is Twizzler.
Red vines are the stuff that pull apart.
no. It's just a solid. Okay, what's the solid one then? Just
Twizzlers?
no. Never mind.
But
Sorry.
do you like licorice, like black licorice?
No.
Ew.
No, Josh.
Gross, Eric. Oh, no, sorry. No, I like Twizzlers, like strawberry, cherry.
Oh, see, I don't call that
Twizzlers.
licorice. Like
Yeah,
licorice
no,
to me is
licorice.
like the black, like it tastes like licorice is a taste.
It
isn't
tastes like Sambuca. It's disgusting.
Oh, I don't like
Yeah.
Sambuca.
It tastes like what's that other drink? Jaeger bombs. Ooh, Jaeger. Ooh.
It does not. I don't know what you were drinking out there in the country.
Maybe what they call in Kentucky licorice is not what we call licorice in
Yeah,
Michigan.
licorice to me.
You know
was
what?
the
I'm going to bring
black.
some licorice to your house on Friday.
I was just thinking the same thing. I have little candy bags for everyone, and there's licorice in some of them. So I'll
Oh,
make sure
I like Hershey's with almonds. If you're doing candy bags, I really like those.
I thought
No,
you don't
no,
like
no
nuts.
nuts.
Was it? You?
No, I like nuts.
CJ doesn't like the nuts in his candy.
No, I love the nuts, but just not
not
the
in your
candy.
candy.
He likes
Got
nuts.
you.
I like handfuls of nuts, like almonds and cashews. Not with
Just
candy.
not with your
Oh
chocolate.
my!
Oh my gosh, too funny. I always hated that like cheap candy you'd get, like the ones that let's say like the squirrels or the Mary Janes or
Oh, yeah.
the double
Oh, those
bubble.
Yeah, Mary
Like
Jane's
that.
will pull your bridge workout. Like, that'll just, Dennis's nightmare. Like, no, that'll just
Thanks,
rip
Blanche.
right out.
You like? I liked Mike and Ike's. Did you like Good and Plenty's?
Nope,
I
neither
liked
one
Mike
of
and
those.
Ike's.
I like Mike and Ike's, not Good and Plenty's though.
What's a good and
No.
plenty, though?
It was like the pink and white ones.
It looked like the same. They looked
It was the
almost
same
just like
type of
pills.
candy, though?
Yeah, it was Good and Plenty,
Okay,
Mike and
that-
Ike's, and like the hot tamale ones, which I didn't like either.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I hate the hot tamale.
Those taste like Fireball. They just was like, oh, I bet this generation's gonna love this liquor because they loved it as kids as candy.
Right?
Nope, I'm more of a Skittles guy. I like it fruity.
Nerds.
M&M.
The
M&M
little
over
packets
Skittles.
of nerds. Those were my favorite.
Nerds are
Oh,
good.
I don't mind a nerd. I love an Airhead, a Laffy Taffy.
Are we
Laffy
talking
Taffy
about men
Kid.
or candy?
They'll pull all your stuff out.
Sour Patch Kids, yes, yes. Sour Patch Kids are good.
Producer Chad loves a Sour Patch Kid.
You know, I'm good with Sour Patch after I get through that initial, like, whew, I just want to, like, suck all the sour off and then enjoy.
Do you guys remember those those straws? Were they sour straws?
Yes.
Straws. Those
Oh,
were
yeah.
big in my high
We
school.
used to pretend like it was cocaine.
No, I did not.
Oh my gosh, you guys remember that dipping stuff? It was like a baseball
Love
major
Dip It.
league or
With
whatever.
Fun Dip? The Fun Dip?
Fun dip.
Yeah.
Fun dip.
Yeah. Just pure sugar in a package.
Yeah. Even the stick was sugar. Like, that's all it was.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Do you think they still make candy cigarettes? Do you guys remember those?
I doubt it.
Oh, I do remember candy cigarettes, but
do?
I don't think they make them.
Oh my
That's what
gosh.
they
When
do.
you die, I would just give those out for like
I
COVID.
used to
Here's a
love
pack.
the little gummies that like with the Coke syrup in it.
I was going to say the little wax thing.
Yeah.
Oh, where you rip
little-
off the wax and then
Yeah,
do
the little beer
okay.
bottle.
I was like, what is this gonna go to? And I like my candy with a little Coke in it. Like,
Right?
Well, I grew up in Detroit, so they gave you a little bag.
That's how you got through the whole neighborhood. You
And
had
they
to
gave
have
you a
that.
McDonald's straw.
little dime bag. Happy Halloween.
Yeah, right?
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, now I'm hungry and I want some candy. So we're going to take a quick little break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about our favorite things to watch and listen to during the spookiest season of the year. Ooh. Refill your drinks. We'll be right back.
I love the way that you talk.
And we're back. We filled our little drinks. And so now I kind of want to ask you guys like your favorite thing to do this time of year. Like, is it to get like on a hayride, to go through a cider mill? What's your fancy?
So in Kentucky, like we used to go to the pumpkin patches all the time. We would like go pick out our pumpkins. We would do like pumpkin donuts and pumpkin cider. We would go do all that stuff. And I know that's here, but I don't know where it's at. So I can't like just get up one morning and be like, hey, I'm going to the
Stop
pumpkin
it.
patch.
CJ, you've not been to any of like the cider mills in Michigan?
None of them.
Ooh, I was just for Cindy's wedding this past weekend. I was by like 3 of them. They're in like Utica. They're out by where Josh used to live, out there in like BFE. That you got to
Do
just
we
go
need
out
to
and
take
pick
a
on.
field trip? Let's take a
Oh my
field trip.
gosh.
Well, there is one in Franklin right here by Southfield, by where we work.
Okay.
There's one in Northville you can go to. There's one in Plymouth. I mean, if you're in South Lyon, if you're not looking to go too far.
Yeah, and then because all the rest are in like northern Macomb County, the
Yeah.
Blakes, the Yates, all those ones.
That's the one we drove by Yates.
Yeah, that was you're in Utica.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There was one just across the river into Indiana from Louisville, and that they had this whole family had it going on. They had their pumpkin patch, they had apple orchards, they had a pizzeria, they had a cheesery, they had a winery, all right there. So you went up and you just spent the entire day. You could eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then more cheese and wine. It was the best. That's what I want.
I just feel like, I mean, these pumpkin patch places and like apple picking and all this, they make so much money during the fall that like it just makes them last like the whole year. It's just insane. Like we got married in the fall, and I remember trying to get like cider and donuts like for the reception and everything. And I mean, first of all, they charge like $25 for a gallon of apple cider, so they're just like banking. But I mean, I love going there. It does get a little annoying for me with like all the bees that are swarming around because of the cider and everything. Like I like the one cider mill that because it has corn on the cob. That's my favorite thing. I get the corn on the cob. They put it in like aluminum foil with some butter and salt and pepper, and like put it on the grill. And that's
Love that. Give me some corn on the cob any day. Summer, winter, fall, whatever. Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Hey, Lacey.
We've been really, really lucky that, like, I think as long as my nephews have been born, every single fall, we've dedicated like a Saturday to going out and doing like the whole, like, we call it Fall Family Fun Day. And we go do the cider, the donuts, the hay rides, everything like that. And we're actually going next weekend. And this year it's a little different because of COVID, but I'm actually kind of excited because you had to buy your tickets in advance and they're only letting so many people in and you have a time slot. So I was like, perfect. I hate lines. That makes me nervous. So we got our tickets in September and so we're good. And like you get your hay ride, you get your cider, you get your donuts, get all that petting zoo stuff. And so it's a lot of fun and, you know, the kids love it. And you know, I love donuts. Donuts are like one of my weaknesses.
Amen.
I love a good donut.
Hello.
So, are there any hate like corn mazes around? Because there was one.
Really a corn maze fan?
So
you watch
more,
Children of the Corn as well.
Those are more like central Michigan. Like you have to go out towards like Lansing.
That's exactly why I didn't want to go to Central.
There was one not far from our house, and they did a different theme every year. One year they did Wizard of Oz, so like it was just like Dorothy, and then the house in the background falling on the witch. Like they would like zoom up and show what the pattern was. It wasn't just like a maze, like turn here, turn here. Like they had some kind of design on it. Those are always fun. Those you take a flask in with you. It's a family thing. So you go at night, you get into the maze, pull out your flask and start boozing up. And then by the time you get through, you're good and drunk. And then that's where you go hit up your cotton candies, your corn on the cobs, your apple donuts, because you're drunk and you're ready to eat.
Yeah.
Do you boys do haunted house?
Sorry?
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
I do, like some year, well, my dad works at Greenfield Village, so they do the Halloween nights. So we'll go there. We didn't go this year because of COVID. I went last year, and we took all the nieces and nephews, and it was like Josh's experience in Disney World. I was like, oh my God, can we get to the next attraction? Let's go.
It's even still, my nephews are 10, and 7. And I looked at my mom and go, do you think this will be the year where we can all just like walk together and just like proceed to the next, or is it going to be like, you take that kid, you take that kid, like where's the other one? Like it's just a cluster. Yeah. Small children, they like see giant areas and they just want to wander.
Right.
Yeah. What were you saying about haunted houses? I'm sorry.
Oh, do you boys do haunted houses?
I do them, but I'm usually the guy in the middle with my head buried in someone's back holding on, like just trying to get through.
Oh, I love them. Again, get really drunk. Yeah, get really, really drunk beforehand.
Absolutely not. No.
And then just make fun of everything and like scream and be totally obnoxious. And it makes it so much more fun. And I think the entertainers actually think it's funny too. When it's grown men coming in and screaming like, ah!
Are haunted houses happening? I don't even know.
I could imagine. Are they going to wear
they have
masks?
A mask on.
I know they're doing like hay rides and like corn mazes, and it's by like appointment only. A couple of people have done that.
I love a hayride. It's like something about getting on the tractor.
Oh, I love a hayride if we're going through like the town square to look at like Halloween decorations and I can sell out mine.
I like that. I feel like most of them I feel like pumpkin patches and stuff like that, but I would love that. Like, so, like downtown Plymouth have one?
There was a hayride mixed with a haunted house, and it was also mixed with paint guns. So you would be on a hayride, and people would come running up with zombie outfits, and you had a paint gun, and you had to shoot the zombies from the hayride. That was
what a
fun.
Terrible job. Who would want that job?
Right.
I'm going to get
who would want that job? An unemployed 18-year-old.
You wake up the next day and you're like, well, no, job. I didn't go get Gwyneth Paltrow's cupping massage. No, I just work in a paint gun where they shoot at me in a corn maze all day.
My gosh.
I love it. Oh.
One year in Lexington, not Lexington, Louisville, there was a thing called Danger Run. And so you would go get in your car. And even though it's recommended, you're not supposed to be drinking, but everyone but the driver drank. But they gave you a book of clues, and you had to follow these clues throughout all of Louisville. I mean, like, Louisville's a huge city in Kentucky too. So it took a while. And then it would take you to a haunted house. So then you would go through the haunted house, and at the end of it, they'd give you another book of clues. And then you would go follow all the clues. It'd be like turn down the street next to the person that had a statue from the 1950s, or I don't know. There were better clues than that. And then you went through 3 haunted houses, and you kept track of your mileage. And then you turned your exact mileage in turn by turn and turned it in. And the top 5 people got to compete for like $1,000 or something. But like we cheated because we would be like, oh, we passed up the street. Let's back up. Now let's subtract that mileage from.
I would have been so rip-roaring drunk on doing that. There's no way. I probably wouldn't have even went into the last haunted house. I'd be like, I'm not going.
No, our friend Allison volunteered to drive sober, and then Wes, Nick, Steve, and I. Wes was in the front seat navigating, and then Nick, Steve, and I were in the back seat, just completely shit-faced. Like, couldn't even. Like, I'm yelling at the back, like, I think that was the turn over there.
I mean, pretty much that sounds like what I did on a Friday night in high school, minus the grand prize, because we'd be like, let's go get Taco Bell and get, like, the haunted house paper and go to Pontiac and Novi and somewhere else and pay $45 each to go through this haunted house for 3 minutes of being terrorized. Like,
what was that one in Pontiac?
And an hour in line.
Yeah.
I don't like.
What was the one in Pontiac that's really big?
Erebus.
Oh yeah, they used to, like if you made it through, you got your money back or something. Like
no. World record. First of all, I'm making it through there. Like I know you're not real.
But like one of our other favorite things to do, that I loved, is any type of like fall bonfire. Like this season, it just feels so great to be like outside with jeans and a hoodie by a campfire.
Jeans.
You know,
you're wearing jeans at a campfire? Why?
It's like 45 degrees outside.
You should be wearing sweatpants. I don't understand.
Sweatpants, girl. Sweatpants.
It's sweat weather.
It's sweatpant weather.
Yeah. I'm like, why are you wearing jeans at the bonfire?
We were just talking about this up north. I was like, I have a small thing about wearing sweatpants out in public.
Well, you're not in public. You're like amongst friends.
Oh, it still feels like I'm public.
I literally did feel bad the other day. I had to run to CVS and I go, should I put jeans on? Should I go with my socks and sandals?
During COVID, the only time I put jeans on is when I was going to the store. That's what people were like, I haven't worn jeans. I was like, what'd you wear to the store? And they were like, my pajama pants. I was like,
I usually would just put on gym shorts during the summer during COVID.
Well, yeah, but I mean, March, April, it's kind of
Chad
cool.
introduced me to sweat shorts and they changed my life.
I love sweatshorts. Yeah,
literally have changed my life.
I have so many pairs of sweatshorts. They're my favorite.
I think I like them better than like basketball shorts, like and everything.
Well, first of all, I love a guy in gray sweatpants.
That's what I am.
Any day. But gray sweatshorts, that's even better.
Well, I like a well-endowed man in gray sweatpants, Eric.
Listen, I think sometimes
burn, David, burn.
Any man in gray sweatpants is going to show. So, whatever. Dick is dick.
When I walk through the CVS halls, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, they probably just stop you right in the haunted house and they're like, whoa, look at him.
What's scarier?
He's got 3 bottles of rosé in and he's just like, you don't scare me. You don't scare me. Like,
actually, Josh is,
don't be mean to the worker.
Actually, Josh is like, this is a bottle of rosé.
I was just shouting, you know what scares me? Political turmoil.
He goes in the haunted house.
PMI.
He goes, for my first drink, I'll make this bottle of rosé disappear. Go.
I was going to rosé all day, but now I just roséed all hour.
Right.
But yeah, so we love that, and we love watching, well, do we call them scary movies? Call them Halloween movies?
I don't really love watching scary movies.
You don't?
No, I'm home alone too much. I don't even like to answer my cell phone if it's an unknown number. Hello, Scream scarred me for life.
What? Scream could never.
I'm out that window. I need to hear nothing else.
They could never make that today. Someone would see an unknown number and be like, Decline.
Decline.
Sydney lives her best life.
I did watch not Priscilla. Oh my God, Elvira, Mistress of Dark last night, right at bedtime because it's not a scary movie.
That's campy. That's fun.
It is campy. It is fun, and I love watching every year. But I have been rewatching the Sabrina on Netflix.
The chilling one.
Sabrina? The chill, yeah. Okay. Not the original with Sarah Joan Hart. No,
Melissa.
Melissa
Joan Hart. Sarah?
Yeah.
That's probably her other middle name. It's Melissa Sarah Joan Hart.
Sarah Jessica Parker. Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Are you even a celebrity if you don't have 3 names?
You need 4 names at this point.
Right.
Ooh, I think they're just going for 1, like Zendaya. But, they could go to 4. That would be something.
Well, I've got 3 because I don't have a middle name. I need to work this out. I could somehow have 4 names.
Yeah, no, that's a lot, and I'm not going to address you or write anything that long out.
I do if we just use Clarence Ratliff Meeks Jr.
I don't. No, Clarence is only for when she's drinking Makers.
Yeah, Clarence. And that's only Erica calls me that.
Yeah, I've never called him. That felt weird.
Clarence and Erica are 2 of her alter egos that go on vacation together.
And yeah, that's a good 9, 10 a.m.
Yeah, we've had brunch and now we're switching to hard liquor.
But no, it's super fun. So what did we watch? Oh my God. Spencer forced me to watch this terrible, terrible Halloween movie called Halloweentown.
Oh, never seen it. Don't care to. Heard about it. Hate it.
And I was like, oh, Debbie Reynolds. Love Debbie Reynolds.
No.
What? Terrible. Oh my
the
God.
third movie in the Halloween series. It has nothing to do with Michael Myers. It's stupid.
There's 4 of them.
Wait, am I in an alternate reality right now? I could have swore that both of you loved Halloweentown.
CJ, we understand that where you lived, you probably only got the Charlie Brown movie and Halloween.
No, with Debbie Reynolds?
Never seen it.
Just saw it last week.
Oh my God, I swear.
Never gonna see it.
I'm in an alternate dimension. I'm pretty sure that Josh, you knew every word to Halloweentown.
Hocus Pocus.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
not with the Hocus Pocus again.
Okay, so first of all, anything with Debbie Reynolds, you better fucking watch it. That's
she's queer royalty, and so that's why I thought I'd give it a shot.
And you didn't like it?
No.
He said no.
I think there was about 15 or 20 minutes left, and I look at Spencer. I go, I'm ready for bed, and it was 9:45, and I was
well, first of all, it was that one movie that we watched last year, with Eric.
Oh, if you say Teen Witch,
I'm going to skin you alive.
It was basically Teen Witch meets Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Top this. Like what?
I can't even deal with you.
Listen, it's COVID times.
Guy.
It's COVID times. I know you're going to see me on the street singing "Top This." But
so wait, has everybody seen so every year our friends try to get together and do a Halloween night. Where we watch Halloween movies. We watch Teen Witch, as he said. We've done Practical Magic. We've done The Craft. We've done a couple of them. So this year we're doing Hocus Pocus. Yeah, I tried to forget about that. So we're doing Halloween H2O because it was made 20 years ago with Josh Hartnett and Michelle Williams and Jamie Lee Curtis. That's when she came back to the Halloween.
And I've never seen that one, so I'm
franchise. Yeah, he just made another one with Kyle Richards, who was apparently in the very first one. I don't know what this one's called. So, Halloween 40 years later? No, I don't know. And then we're watching Casper. Have you both seen both of these movies?
I love Casper with Christina Ricci. Yeah.
So
I own Casper. I've never seen H2O.
Oh, I saw it when it first came out, yeah. So it's interesting because Jamie Lee's going back and doing these Halloween movies now, and I think she's doing 3 new ones. The last one that just came out, and none of the other ones are even part of the canon, apparently.
Yeah, they said they just completely wiped, right? And I also have a confession. I've never seen a Halloween movie, actually.
So they're terrifying.
Yeah, so watch the first
one. Halloween 1 and 2 at least.
Yeah.
By Friday?
So the first one is good, but you can also laugh at it, too. Just because, it's what was that, the 70s?
70s?
Yeah.
I think it was the 70s.
So there was a lot of there was teens having sex and
love that. I mean,
we frown upon that now, apparently. I love that all these people that grew up during the 70s are now like, oh, teens having sex, blah, blah, blah. This is what happened.
See, I think it was like the last one I watched. I mean, there was like another one or two. I think I watched the one after H2O. But like Halloween 2, Halloween 3 has nothing to do with the series. No. Halloween 4 and 5 and 6 all had to do with the series. Halloween 6 was kind of weird. And then they came out with H2O. I watched that. I thought, okay, like they're bringing the storyline back. I get it. Like they came full circle. Then the one after, he wasn't dead again, and I was like, oh my God. Like decapitate him and
the curse of Michael
on fire. Why do people keep running and leaving this man alive?
So I wanted to do this, and then we decided to do a little different format for this, but I was going to do major celebrities that got their starts in horror films. Ooh. Paul Rudd got his start because he was in the Halloween
6.
Yeah. Was it
Halloween
6 or 6? Yeah. And so that's the first, he looks the same as he does now.
He's writing because her daughter, he's like the son of her daughter who played Molly on Roseanne.
He played Tommy. Yeah, he played Tommy, the little kid that she was babysitting in the first movie.
Right. And then and it's his and his babysitter was the girl who played Molly on Roseanne, the next door neighbor.
Yes.
And in Halloween 4 and 5, she played his niece. It's all very.
So, because Johnny Depp. Obviously, Johnny Depp was one who got his start in Friday the
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Matthew McConaughey was in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okay. Also with, I think Renee Zellweger was in that. She was an unknown at the time. Paris Hilton, we already knew her, but she was in House of Wax. If we are going to
talk about House of Wax, I'm going to skin you alive right now. That is not a horror movie. Stop talking right now.
Well, Chad Michael Murray was in it, so...
Chad Michael, he was in everything. He got to make out with every girl on the WB. I can't deal with it. It makes me angry.
Yeah.
Oh, Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston was
Leprechaun.
in Leprechaun. Yeah.
Did not like it.
So the Leprechauns left. I saw one or two of the Leprechauns, and they left a very, very terrifying impression on me. That shit is scary.
Okay,
just the way he's creepy a little.
I was 27, and I was like in bed one night, and I remember I just watched it, and I was older, and I just kept having this dream where I would wake up and the leprechaun would be at the end of the bed, crawling up, you pop up, and I know it gave me. I couldn't do it.
So It did that to me. Stephen King's It, with the miniseries that came out in the early 90s. I had nightmares up until I was in college about that goddamn clown.
Carrie Bradshaw said it best. There is nothing scarier than a clown.
Right.
Remember when those clowns were terrorizing America?
Remember? Oh my God, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Those were the good old days.
Those are the good old days, pre-COVID.
That movie, it was in 80s or early 90s. It was Clowns from Outer Space or something.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Where they put the people in the bubbles or the balloons.
Are you going to talk about...
Also terror. Also,
are you going to talk about the tomato one now?
No.
Killer Tomatoes.
Attacking the Killer Tomatoes. I always think of Elvira because she loves
Same. And that's why I just watched it. That's why I know that reference.
Yeah. I know they all that stuff from the 70s and the 80s can be a little bit campy, but some of the shit we have today, American Horror Story, can be campy at times and it can be gory. But I'm watching that Haunting of Bly Manor right now.
I almost started that yesterday. No, thank you.
Oh, I didn't go to bed till almost midnight because I was and I was in the basement. Of course, it's storming outside, and I'm like, how am I going to get upstairs? How am I going to get upstairs? Do I call Spencer to come turn on some lights so I can get up there?
Come get me? SOS.
So this is a great plug-in for why you should have Amazon devices throughout your house, and you can just say, hey, turn on the living room, turn on the bedroom, turn on the dining room.
I'll just ask the government, hey, government, please, if I get murdered, just, make sure you tell the cops.
That's
they're
fine.
listening anyways.
We'll have a real government soon, so it won't matter.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers.
Yeah, the real horror story of 2020.
It's the scariest of them all.
Yeah,
Right.
I heard Ryan Murphy's producing. It's called The Trump Children.
Oh God. Children of the
Tiffany,
Children
the
of the
heroine.
Trump.
Children of the Trump. Yeah.
Tiffany, the heroine we didn't know we needed.
Oh my
She
God.
would be she'd either be the first one to die or the last one.
Oh my God!
I feel like
looking
she could
for her episode of Bot.
secretly-
You can't see it.
She's secretly going to be the savior in this story. I feel like
Right?
either that
No.
or Baron. No, Baron's going to
No.
be like Baron is the bad one. Like
Can we
he's the one killing everybody.
Not talk about the first family of hell.
First family. No.
Tiffany's the virgin that's going to light the black flame candle.
Oh,
I just
Jesus.
can't.
All right, boys. Well, that was super, super fun talking about all of our favorite fall activities. And, we're soon. And it's funny. It's wonderful that this year for our Halloween tradition, we're keeping it alive, but we're doing it outside. And we're going to do it on a screen outside. So we're still, making sure that we're being COVID friendly and washing our hands.
And we get to have chili and carved pumpkins.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's going to be so fun. And hopefully we'll take some fun pictures and we'll post it to our socials so you can all see our smiling faces, and we'll ask for you guys to send us all of your fall favorite things, and maybe we can choose a few of those to post as well. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah. All right, boys. Well, this has been amazing. Love you all so much. And unpleasant dreams. Is that what Elvira says?
Yes.
I think she said so. She was like, unpleasant dreams. She doesn't know what's better.
Unpleasant dreams.
I don't want to have unpleasant dreams. Don't wish that
She
shit upon me.
shakes her tits afterwards. Like,
Oh, I can shake my titties.
yeah.
No one wants to see that. That's the scariest thing you'll see. All right. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
All right. So the rest of you, like, listen, review, subscribe, all of the shit that I say every week that I can't remember right now. But rate, review, subscribe, like us, share us. Thank you so much for listening. We love you, and have a safe and happy Halloween. Remember, wash your hands, register to vote, and vote like your life depends on it.
Vote early.
Woo! All right. Bye.
Bye.